Hey everyone, welcome to Pocket Sized Play. We're a tabletop role-playing game podcast about short, compelling actual play. I'm Tim.
I am Tor.
And I'm Sapphire.
Awesome. So hey, what is this game that we're playing today?
Witch Quest.
Had you ever heard of it before? It sounds kind of obscure.
Yes, it's pretty obscure. Never heard of it.
Well, yeah, I guess when you first showed it to me as a suggestion, I got super excited just by the image that got sent through of a little witch and a cat on a broomstick. And then I was like, oh, it's like Kiki's delivery service. And I got really excited, literally just jumping up and down in my seat.
That's the best way to set it up. Yeah, it's a kind of obscure Japanese role-playing game from like 1991. It was never released in outside of Japan, so this is a fan translation by Aaron Clooney that we're playing. Let's give this undiscovered gem some play, so let's jump on in. This is where we all jump on our brooms together and we fly away, if there was a visual sequence here. So the players each have the role of a witch and the witch's cat. So they're kind of like a pair. And even though they work together, they're interacting with the mechanics of the game quite differently. And we'll play a short story of this young witch and their cat going on an errand. Shall we begin?
Yes.
So we open up on a scene of this young girl with her broom and a sky blue cat standing beside her on a cliff. There's blue sky, brilliant white clouds, and below that cliff there's a crashing sea. So we hear the sound of those waves and of gulls squawking. And so this young girl that we see, her name is Trin. She's a 13-year-old witch, and that peculiar-looking cat by her side is named Sky, appropriately. And Trin right now is looking at this little curled piece of paper that she's holding in her hands.
Yeah, so I look up at Trin and she's got her dress buttoned all the way up to the top, that top button all the way up. She's reading and squinting at this piece of paper with a very determined look in her eye. So she's just kind of biting her lip as she reads this. Strange humans, always biting this lip.
He's looking up at me with curious eyes.
I like that Trin perceives them to be curious eyes when they're actually, like, judgmental as.
Yeah.
We zoom in a bit closer to see that curled piece of paper. So it flew down with a flock of seagulls just a moment ago and landed in your hand. And written on that paper is the familiar script of the Elder Witch from the town where you live. Please deliver this gift to a boy named Toki in the nearby village. The Elder Witch there, now retired, used to give such gifts to the children, so we have taken on the task. If you leave soon, you may miss the approaching storm. Below that's written the address, and at your feet now is this package wrapped in red cloth tied with a silver string.
I crumple up the paper and stuff it down in a pocket on my dress and pick up the packet and throw it to Sky. You take the packet. Let me see what the storms are like. And I lick my finger and stick it up in the air.
So the way challenges work is you're always rolling 2 dice. But you get to roll them multiple times. You get to roll them for the ranking of the skill or attribute you're using. So you have the skill of wind reading with a rating of 2.
Yeah.
So you can roll those 2 dice twice. You're trying to get doubles. So you're trying to get doubles as many times as possible to succeed.
Yeah. Nope, no double. Let's try again. Nope.
Sky, you were just thrown a package a bit larger than you are. So I know you have your paws full at the moment. Is there any way to help your witch determine wind direction, or do you have other things to deal with?
I'm seeing this parcel get thrown in my direction and see it land about a meter to my left on the ground, and it just bounces a few times before coming to a stop.
So, Trin, you can tell that a storm is brewing, and there's not a clear path out of it. In fact, you might need to go right through it because you can't find a better way. Good thing you are pretty skilled on the broom.
Let's do this. And I pull up my goggles, strap them around my head, and I shake my face. The black medium-length hair just kind of frizzles out a bit, and hold the broom in one hand, and then they'll just run to the cliff and jump off.
I stomp my paw down, just like, meow, 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 and use one magic point for not before breakfast. I'm not going anywhere or helping you with anything until you feed me.
Oh, yeah. And I just straighten up a bit. I look very serious, and it's almost like the hair is starting to rise on my head. I look back at the storm clouds coming in, and I pull out a little wrapped up piece of snack. It's a bit of dried fish, and I throw that little treat over to Sky.
Sky, is that enough for you?
Meow. I jump on the broom, crouch down really low with my paws wrapped around the broomstick.
Trin and Sky, you're on the broom with the package. If you want to get to your destination, you're going to need to go fast on the broom. Mm-hmm. So let's get that roll going. Just like before, that 2 dice, you're using that skill flying fast, it looks like.
Yeah, let's do this. Nope. Yes, doubles!
Awesome. For a while, it looked like you were gliding, and then suddenly seagulls are flying at you, and you're heading down toward the water. Sky, you see a cold bath waiting for you down there. And it's that very last moment when she kind of skims the water a bit and finally turns back up and is bouncing along that mist.
My third standing on end. I want to help.
So you can spend cat points for your witch to roll up to 3 more times for more successes.
Okay, spend those points.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 3 points, nothing happened. Nope.
Guess I was trying to help by making myself as small and light as possible, and it didn't really work because I'm still the same weight.
You're soaring through this ocean mist at the surface, so because you got just a little bit wet, Sky, you'll have to lose one of your magic points. This is an unfortunate result for cats. It's almost like a rock skipping along the water. Trin is picking up speed, and at a certain point you just whoosh straight on out of there. And you hear a roar of thunder off in the distance, but it's behind you now because at this point you are landing on the cobblestone streets of that nearby port town, and the storm is behind you.
I'm still flying at full speed. And then at one point, I just dig my heels down into the ground, and we go forward for, 10 meters. All the while, dirt and gravel is spraying up in the air, and I'm being pushed forward. My hair is flying forward, and then we stop.
I grab onto the package with my paws and my teeth, and just hold on for dear life. My eyes are wild.
Let's do a roll for that. You have a strength of 2, so you get to roll dice 2 times, trying to get a success with doubles. Surprisingly difficult to get doubles, huh?
Yeah.
Not really.
The string is in your mouth, Sky, but the package comes unbound, and that cloth is now flying through the air, gliding like a bird. And that box tumbles, and then comes to a stop nearby where the broom finally rests.
Brush some dirt off.
And we'll pull back just a little bit while you're putting that package back together to get a view of this town. So the name of the town is Aleo. The people are friendly. The cats are a little uppity. But we get that view of the bleached white stone buildings of Aleo, that cobblestone street people busy in their daily afternoon chores.
Well, I definitely don't remember the address, so I pull out the piece of paper that I've crumpled up before and just carefully unfold it, have a read again to see where this address was.
I'm not surprised of humans not having any sense of direction. They don't even have a tail.
It feels like a very normal thing to do to find an address.
Yep.
Shall we see how that goes?
Yes. Nope.
Sky, Trin looks utterly lost. You feel like you've seen this alley twice now.
Trin, do you need my help?
I can do this.
No, you can't. I'm going to use my cat stare.
Yeah.
So I'm just staring at you. You need my help? You're going to take my help?
And according to the spell, you fall silent. You can't butt into a conversation, and you need to be quiet and listen.
Yeah. I bring my broom around to sit on it, flump down.
Listen here. You need my help. You're going to accept my help.
I nod.
I wave my little white socked paw in the air, and there's a hole appears in front of us. I jump on the broom, and we move through the hole together and come out somewhere else. At a cost of 7 magic points.
7 magic points.
Yeah, cat hole was 7, cat stare was 7, and the cat meal was 1. So I think that leaves you with 1 point left.
No, I've got no points left. That's it. I lost 1 point for being wet.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So you need to sleep real soon.
Yep.
I'm feeling very embarrassed, and as we go through the hall, I look around, just see if there are any cats or other people.
No one sees you go into that hole in the air, but when you land on the other end, there's a group of children who were throwing a ball to each other, and you land flat in front of them, and the group of children scream and run away at this.
Hey, wait! You forgot your ball! And I try to throw it after them.
Okay. It's a very, very normal thing to do,
Yes.
It sounds.
Nope.
You throw it at them, and it hits one of them square in the back of the head, and they stumble forward a couple steps, and they look back, and they do this thing where with one hand, they pull down their eyelid with a finger and stick out their tongue at you, and make a na-na-na-na-na noise, and then run off.
Oh.
What did you do that for? Oh, I'm sleepy. I jump up into your arms and curl up.
Oh.
I sigh, and just holding Sky with one arm, and I walk towards the address.
The door is open so that the sea breeze will come in. Do you all want to check out the home of Toki?
Well, how does the witch magic work?
If you want to do a thing with magic, It can be done. It's as simple as that. So the way we figure out how difficult it is or what will happen is by using the difficulty level and the belief level of the target. And that's how we come up with the spell success rate.
I look at this parcel. This is not very presentable, and I'm thinking about what kind of spells I can use to clean it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Stop pacing.
So your magic power for today is 5.
Yep.
Plus the difficulty level of this. It's actually very easy. This is the type of thing that witches first learn to do. So it would be a 14 for difficulty level.
Yep.
And for the belief level, it's on an object. Doesn't strongly believe one way or another. So that is normal, has a belief level of 7. So we add those together, 5 plus 12 plus 7. I think that's 24. How does that math sound?
Maybe.
All you need to do is roll 2 dice and multiply them together. You're trying to get equal or less than 24.
Ooh. You got 12.
Beautiful.
The first thing is that the wrapping paper is just completely straightened out and clean. And the string has an extra fabulous knot on it.
Sky, if only she could fly her broom away from the ocean and find her way through a town as well as she can wrap gifts, huh?
Yep. I give an approving nod at Trin. Purr.
I lift my head up high, feeling really proud of myself. Just breathe in deep before I step up to the door and knock.
And you see a humble, sunlit room. There's the large family table and benches around that. It's just a one-bedroom house. And in the center of this common room is a young boy, maybe 8 or 9 years old. Has a bowl cut of bright red hair. His skin is kind of a dark tan color. And he's sitting a little sullenly in the center of the ground, the way that his shoulders are slumped a bit. And it looks like he's playing with a very beat-up wooden toy that's probably seen a couple generations. He's just poking at it disinterestedly and turns around and sees this young girl and cat enter, and his eyes widen a bit.
I've left my broom by the door. I put down the cat, put down the parcel, bring out the piece of paper and uncrumple it. And I crumple the paper back again, put it down in my pocket. Hello, Toki. I have a present for you.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Trin, and this present is from the head witch.
And he looks at you and then looks down at the cat on the floor now and says, "And who are you?"
Meow. Meow, meow.
This is Sky.
And he says, "That's the most beautiful kitty I've ever seen. Thank you for the gift." And he plods over, takes it, starts pulling at the string just disinterestedly. "It looks nice, Trin." I think it's like a cool tin toy airplane, like the kind that you can actually wind up the propeller and it'll fly. This is what I've always wanted. Wow.
Meow.
What's going on with you? Aren't you supposed to be happy? I mean, isn't this what you ever wanted? What's the matter?
My pa is always working. He's at the mill now, and he's worked longer and longer nights. And I could have the prettiest toys, but I'd be really sad if I only got to play with them by myself.
Meow.
Well, it is a bit stormy out there. Maybe we can stay here for a bit, Sky?
Meow.
You do need a rest.
Meow. I look around the room. There's a really beautiful little window seat overlooking the plot where I can watch birds flying and boats coming into harbour to shelter from the storm. So I just curl up on a cushion there on the bench seat in front of the window and I drift off into cat sleep.
So, I do flying. I'm good at flying. And there is an airplane in here, a toy airplane.
Yeah, you want to make that airplane do some type of aerial acrobatics?
Absolutely. This is not good. Nope.
It flies, but it looks like it's going for the window, either to hit Sky and disrupt her from that sleep, or head out toward the port altogether.
I open one eye, see this plane hurtling towards me, and flick my sky blue tail with that little white tip at the end.
So let's do some rerolls for that then. Looks like you could do up to 3 more with your cat's help.
Nope.
It flies up in the air and then it lands on the ground in front of Toki. Do you have anything to fall back on here before Toki probably has to take an afternoon nap himself?
Maybe I'll just have to use that little bit of happiness spell.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
This is our last ditch effort.
Yes.
All right. So 29 is your spell success rate.
Yeah, that's great. Got a 3.
You don't make them happy necessarily. You make a pleasant thing happen to them.
Yeah.
It's quiet. It's like nothing happens at all. until you see a figure in the doorway, and it's an older man who looks like he's probably spent a long day at a mill of some kind, looks a bit dirty and dusty. And Toki brightens up immediately and says, "Why are you home early?" And he's smiling, and he grabs that toy, and he says, "I need to introduce you to my friends." And he's happy and bouncing and running over to his father, who, for some odd reason, did not work the whole day.
Cut over to somewhere where there's a machinery broken and lots of shouting. "No, we're losing all this money!" No.
I like that.
Yeah.
You see me crawl over to the corner where the box is from the plane, and I kind of go over to it and curl up inside it.
Nice. How are the dreams while you sleep?
I'm dreaming of the cats in the neighborhood chasing me and taunting me and telling me that I'm not a very good cat, and that I can't be a good witch cat because I'm a silly color and not like them.
I walk over to the box, sit down next to it, and start humming a song. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum.
Thanks for playing Witch Quest, everyone. How did that go?
That was a very conflicted duo we had.
You really relied on each other. I don't know if you ever would have found that address without your cat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. Although I can't roll my R's. I've just never been able to roll my R's. It's just never existed. So purring was really hard for me. Can you purr well, Tor? Can you roll your R's?
Yeah.
Well,
no. That was fun.
Maybe that's the story of the cat. It can't purr properly, so I have to purr for it.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's tragic. Oh,
I'll play the cat next time.
that sounds fair.
Yeah, switch.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tor and Sapphire, for playing Witch Quest. That was really, really fun. I definitely want to do that again.
Yeah.
That was good.
This is Pocket Sized Play. You can talk to us on Twitter at Pocket Sized Play, or check out the Gauntlet gaming community at gauntlet-rpg.com. And make sure to subscribe to Pocket Sized Play on your podcast manager, and consider maybe leaving a review on iTunes to help others find the show too. Thanks, Tor and Sapphire.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. I wanted.
What?
I wanted to go with Priscilla and go with the Lisa Frank theme.
Yeah.
I'm down with Priscilla. Yeah. Do it.
But then Tor kept calling it Perzilla.
Oh.